This week's episode of the IMEO TV show is sponsored by McHale Engineering Ballinrobe, Freedom Mobility Ballinrobe and the Credit Union Ballinrobe. Fáilte Rómha Cóide, welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. As always, we'll be heading over to Manchester to join Martin Logan, who's out and about once again with the Irish community right across the UK. But this week we're in the South Mayo capital of Ballinrobe and this wonderful facility in the town here, the Bowers Walk, because the annual festival, Queen of the Lakes, is in full swing. And we're here to capture some of the atmosphere, talk to some of the people involved.
Today is debut day as part of Ballinrobe GA's under sixes. This is their first day wearing the club jersey, so it's a big day for them. They come out to Crow Park Music, they come out to a tunnel. It's the biggest day of their young careers when it comes to GA, and it's a thing that Ballinrobe GA is pushing very strongly. Thankfully, Ballinrobe GA is a great supporter of the Ballinrobe Festival and has organised this day for us this weekend to coincide with the activities we have down the town, so we're very, very appreciative of it. You have between 70-80 kids up here playing football from two different clubs. It's a big, big day for them.
So we could have future Mayo football.
Oh, absolutely. I think so. I hope more so from Ballinrobe than Castlebar, to be quite honest. We'd need them a bit more than Castlebar would. But definitely, they've gone through all the skills. You're talking under sixes, kicking with the left foot, kicking with the right foot. We even have Stephen Rochford down the back here as one of our under six coaches. Like, what more would an under six need than like Stephen coaching them? And once again, it's a massive facility we have here in Ballinrobe GA, and we're so thankful to them for giving us the chance to run this today as part of the festival.
And how's the club going in general?
The club is going fantastic. It's really going well. The Robe Rocket started about 10 or 12 years ago, where we put a lot of coaching into the kids as young as they can, doing all the skills as well as they can. And we've had massive numbers up here every Saturday morning, and then during the bad weather on Wednesday evenings down in the sports centre. And we won titles at every underage level last year of some kind or another. So it's really going well, thanks be to God.
And of course, a lot of the work is because dedication of the people involved in it.
Absolutely, it's like everything, Henry. It's like the festival. It's nothing without volunteers. That's all it is. And Ballinrobe has a great bunch of volunteers in the club who give up their weekends, give up their evenings to help the kids. And these same people that are up here coaching this evening will be down stewarding for us for Riptide Movement tonight as part of the festival. So like, you can't ask for any more than that.
And sponsorship is very important.
It's huge. It's absolutely huge. We have a massive amount of sponsorship, and I said last night before Aslan when I was talking on stage, these events do not happen without sponsorship, and it's local sponsorship. So it's the money you're putting into a till down on the main street is paying for the signage, the bands, everything like that. So we were nothing without the businesses that are supporting us.
And it's not over yet.
It's not over yet. We have a big day today in 3-4 different venues. We're paddleboarding in the Bowers. We've children's events in Abbey Street. We've vintage days in Cornmarket, all building up to the Riptide Movement tonight. We have another big day tomorrow. We have Bark in the Town Park for any hungover people who want to walk their dogs tomorrow morning. We have a lovely relaxed day in the Abbey Street again tomorrow, and finishing up with the Queen of the Lakes tomorrow night, finished by fireworks.
Love to see you back home at County Mayo. Normally we meet you in Dublin at the Mayo Association.
Mayo Association Dublin events, yeah. So I met you last February at the U3 Bowl, so looking forward to seeing you back there again next February the 1st. And so it's still all going very well. Sorry, that was February the 28th next year, but we're having our business lunch in Dublin again in the Intercontinental on the 1st of November. For anyone that's interested, we'll have details on our website, mayoassociationdublin.com.
So it's nice to get home for weekends like that, particularly during the festival.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, I know this only started last year, but this year it's really, really taken off, and it's a full week's festival. And congratulations to Pat Donlan and all the team behind it and the committee. They're doing a fantastic job. So I came down from Dublin. I'm living there now for more years than I care to remember. Come down from Dublin last night to go to Aslan, and it's a fantastic gig here in the Big Red Barn. And there's loads more events on, and the Riptide Movement are here tonight, and the Queen of the Lakes, then the finale on Sunday. So with the finale of the fireworks. Unfortunately, I'll miss that. I have to go back to earn my living in Dublin, tomorrow night. So there you go.
And finally, as festivals go, are you impressed
I am
overall?
really impressed. I have to say, it's a small town, Ballinrobe, but there's a Believe in Ballinrobe campaign going on. This is the main event of that, but check out believeinballinrobe.com. This is an ongoing event. It's to get Ballinrobe back on the map, to re-energise, regenerate the town, and this is to all the diaspora out there. Come back to Ballinrobe and give something back. So that's it. Yeah, really good festival.
I'm joined now by well-known journalist and broadcaster and the native of Ballinrobe, Mike Frenzy. You're very welcome to the programme.
Thanks very much, Henry.
How is Ballinrobe doing in general, do you think?
Well, you'd have to say here on a beautiful summer's day in the middle of July, it feels like the good old days, to be honest. And I think that's probably the impression you've got as you've walked around town over the last few hours. The festival has been a brilliant success, and I think it's created a feel-good factor and a buzz that those of us, as you say, who come from Ballinrobe and live here, will bounce on into the autumn and into the winter and beyond. Look, Ballinrobe, like a lot of small towns across the country, has been through the mill. It's had more than its fair share of knocks, but there is a real sense around the area at the moment that a corner is being turned. And the news last week that funding has been secured, significant funding has been secured for the new town hall, that's been a huge development. And Minister Michael Ring in particular has done huge work to make that possible. And I think when we see how successful the festival has been over the last few days, the big crowds that have turned out here at the Big Red Barn to attend events, it gives us a glimpse into what will be possible once we have our own town hall again and somewhere we can all congregate and meet on nights and days like this.
How important is this new campaign, I Believe in Ballinrobe?
Hugely important, because as somebody who's been involved in different clubs and organisations in the town over the years, I can appreciate how at times everyone sticks to their own corner, does their own thing, and don't come together often enough, or maybe at all at times, to try and create a big event or to try and pull in the one direction. So what Believe in Ballinrobe is trying to do is to get all the different organisations, all the different sporting clubs and associations to come together for a festival like this, for example, and everybody to do their bit and pull their weight, come in under the one umbrella. And it's amazing the amount of people, young and old, that have taken to this slogan, this hashtag, and are really buying into it. And again, when the sun is out in high summer and the crowds come out, it just makes it all that bit easier to sell and get the message across.
Looking forward to the rest of the festival.
Yeah, very much so. I've been here 3 nights at this stage, in a work capacity and a leisure capacity as well. Clean O'Hagan, the local concert, and Aslan last night, a great success. And really looking forward to the Queen of the Lakes. I have a vested interest. My daughter is one of the princesses. Another great initiative to get parents involved. So really looking forward to the Queen of the Lakes tomorrow night, and may the best Queen win.
So I suppose going back maybe 5 years since I started getting involved in it, and at that stage it was kind of wavering, it wasn't going too well, it was kind of, so we kind of stuck at it and tried for a few more years, and then last year I just approached a few people, probably younger people that I knew had a vested interest, were into the town and were going to be rearing the families here and that, and also had their skills that I probably didn't have, the more up to date with online sales and stuff like that there. So I got a few of them involved, and it's been brilliant. We've had a fantastic committee. We have a really good mix in the committee. We have a few business owners, and then just people that are living in the town that are really care about the town and want to see it succeed and become better. So go on.
You've extended this as well this year, haven't you, for the first time?
Yes. Last year we had 3 days, and we had the Red Barn last year. That was our first. We really took a big leap of faith last year, because these things don't come cheap, and so then we were so pleased with last year's success, and the town was so positive afterwards. There was such a buzz, a positive feedback. There was a good feel-good factor about it afterwards, and so we stuck in again, and we got a few more people involved this year again, and we decided to go longer to incorporate the Ballinrobe races, So we started off on Tuesday night with the race dance, and we had Clean O'Hagan there, and it was a really, really good success. We were delighted, and just really went so well. There was such a good feeling. There was, there was no hassle. Everything was just really good. So that was Tuesday. We kicked off with that. So then all during the week, then we've had during the day and night we've had events. We had a cinema day. We brought the cinema back to Ballinrobe on Wednesday, and we had packed house. We showed 4 movies throughout the day. Packed house all day. It was amazing. And then Thursday we had kids entertainment during the day, and at night time then we had a celebration of the talent in Ballinrobe. So we had the folk choir, we had our award-winning music society. So we had the opera, which was amazing, and we also had a special guest, which was Sean Costello, is world-class tenor and a native, and it was really, he was quite emotional to be and actually honoured and to be able to sing that night in Ballinrobe and play for us, and he was delighted. It was just a really, really fantastic night. We also had some of the local traditional musics. Chloe Feeney, who is now going to actually release her own album, I believe. Yes, she's recording her own album. She's a local traditional musician. She does. She also has her own school of music and that. So she also played that night. So this was really good. That was probably the highlight of the night, really, because it was just a local night, and the place was packed. We were blown away. Every event we've done has been such hugely supported. Then last night we had Aslan, which was mega as well, and it was just a really good buzz. I guess I know you just spoke already about, or you've spoken and been told about the Believe in Ballinrobe, and we feel that people are really starting to believe in Ballinrobe again.
This week's episode of the IMEO TV show is sponsored by McHale Engineering Ballinrobe, Freedom Mobility Ballinrobe, and the Credit Union Ballinrobe. This week's episode of the IMEO TV show is sponsored by McHale Engineering Ballinrobe, Freedom Mobility Ballinrobe, and the Credit Union Ballinrobe. Here, one of the highlights of the festival, of course, is the Queen of the Lakes, and it was called the Queen of the Lakes Festival as well.
Yes, it was Queen of the Mask originally back in the 90s, and it's a tradition that has continued thanks to the likes of Helen O'Shea and TJ Quinn. It's a real highlight. It finishes off the festival in style, and last year the addition of the princesses really added to it. I suppose every little girl dreams of being a princess, and now they get their chance. So tomorrow, it's a great way to end the festival. We've 12 local ladies, all sponsored locally, and we've Alan Murphy from Galway Bay FM, a local guy, emceeing it, and it does give the Rose Tree a run for its money, really.
Yeah. So how many have you taken part in this, and what actually happens on that? Where's it happening? In the Red Barn?
So it happens in St. Coleman's Credit Union, Big Red Barn, and we've the 12 ladies take the stage. If they'd like to do a party piece, that's fantastic, and then it's nice and relaxed. Alan gets to know the ladies. They had a trip around Ashford, thanks to the sponsors. Ashford Castle sponsored the evening, and it's nice and relaxed, informal. It's an audience of their family and friends. It's a great way to see these women kind of, what they're doing, what they're adding to the community. And even today, they're volunteering, they're helping out with the committee. It's just a fantastic event.
And what go for the winner now? What do they get?
For the winner, they get entered into next year's Rose Tree competition for the Mayo selection. And they get, I suppose they'd open any events locally, help out in any way they can. And special guests on the night will be former Rose Tree and local enough woman Maria Walsh, now MEP. We have the Galway Rose and the Mayo Rose attending. So again, that adds that little something special to the evening.
And how are all the princesses feeling now about all this excitement? Are they coping with it already?
They're very well capable now. they're taking it all in their stride, and they'll be crowned with their crowns tomorrow evening. So it's fantastic. It's, I suppose, something that they dream of, and now it's becoming reality.
This is a tremendous amenity for the town of Ballinrobe here, the Bowers Walk.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's something that a lot of work has gone into in recent years, both from the point of view of clearing it and also the walkways around here, creating a new walkway and kind of a focus to try and turn Ballinrobe back towards the river. So we're very excited about this, and obviously today here at the festival we were kind of showcasing the kind of fun you can have on the water.
You're a businessman here in Ballinrobe. How important is a festival like this for the town?
It's massive, and it's taken a huge effort. There's 9 of us on the committee, each one bringing their own little bit of expertise. We don't really have any major defined roles. We all work together as a team, and it makes a big difference. It's just something that we took a chance on last year in terms of the Big Red Barn, and just trying to change things a little bit in terms of how we went about it at the festival, and maybe taking a few risks as well and getting some big names into the town. And it's worked really well. There's a great appetite in the town. There's a lot of young families here in Ballinrobe, a lot of new houses have been built in recent years, and people starting their lives here. So from that perspective, I think there's a real appetite to see the town have plenty happening in it, and a real kind of feeling that the town can be revived. So from there we kind of came up with this whole Believe in Ballinrobe concept, and I think it's all come together. So the festival was the starting point, but it is very much a focal point in the summer.
So this Believe in Ballinrobe is going to be an ongoing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a concept around civic pride. It's a kind of a way of saying, well, look, we have all these great groups in the town. How do we unite them? How do we kind of create this kind of sense of, are people aware of what's here already? So it's not trying to be anything different. It's not a new committee or anything like that. Hashtag Believe in Ballinrobe is about saying, this is all here. These people are all here. How can we connect some of these new people to all these different groups, and kind of mining all the skill sets that are in the town individually, and then kind of switching around between the clubs and making sure that everyone has what they need, they get the support that they need, and there's a message out there that people can be proud of. So yeah, Believe in Ballinrobe has been a big part in the energy that's around the town in recent years.
Yeah, tremendous concept. As a businessman in town as well, what do you think? I know there's great news about the town hall here in recent weeks and the finance for it. What else do you think Ballinrobe needs from your point of view, being a business person in town?
I think Ballinrobe has everything it needs, but it just needs an awareness of what's here. I just think people just need to utilise the facilities. You're seeing behind us here with the water. Just make use of it. Think about what's here in a different way than maybe we have before, and kind of just ask yourself, is there more that we can do collectively, working together, from that perspective? Not necessarily all the time looking outside for support, because we get plenty of support from councils. You heard, as you mentioned, the town hall is a great investment in terms of the government and in terms of what was announced by Michael Ring, but also that came off the back of a massive fundraising drive over 3-4 years, and the belief that this could make a difference. So I think we have what we need. I just think people need to focus on maybe just kind of turning their heads towards, right, let's look within and let's work together and make the town better. And that's happening, and I think hopefully we can be an example for any small market town in Ireland of what can be achieved.
One of the great success stories of this year's festival was the Big Red Barn, which attracted top-class entertainment and huge crowds.
Feeling It is time to announce the Queen of the Lakes 2019. Can we get a bit of tension music or something on? Yeah. I love a bit of tension music. So I haven't seen this yet either. I have not seen this. So before I announce the winner, I just want to congratulate our 12 ladies one more time. You're all winners in my eyes, guys. Okay. So the winner of Queen of the Lakes 2019 is... So we just like create a little more. The winner of the Queen of the Lakes 2019 is Miss Kelly Murphy. Oh my gosh, Kelly Murphy, you are the Queen of the Lakes. How does it feel? Kelly, you are going to be representing your, of course, area for the next year. I'm telling you, you're going to do everyone so proud.
Oh yeah, because when I say I do something, I'll do it, so...
But how does it feel right now? You're the Queen of the Lakes.
Oh no, I'm so believable, because honestly, I don't know how they even made a decision, because every single one of them girls is just as good as the other.
But you were all absolutely amazing. There can only be one winner though. And Kelly, you are our Queen of the Lakes. You know, we have to get her to sing again before the fireworks. We're going to get to sing a little bit of the song because they're going to kill me if we don't get these fireworks going straight away. But sing a little bit. Kelly, we're all so proud of you. What an amazing what's the word? Ambassador. That's the word. Representative. There you go. What an amazing representative for the town and for the whole entire area. You're Queen of the Lakes, everybody. Kelly Murphy.
Congratulations to Kelly Murphy, the 2019 Queen of the Lakes, and indeed to the committee for organising a fantastic festival. Well, we're going to leave you now with the closing night of the festival, which was the fireworks display. And don't forget there'll be a repeat of this programme on Saturday next at 8 o'clock. Now, after the break, we're heading over to Manchester to join Martin Logan once again. And I look forward to your company next week at the same time. So from all of us here, slán the phone. This week's episode of the IMEO TV show was sponsored by McHale Engineering Ballinrobe, Freedom Mobility Ballinrobe and the Credit Union in Ballinrobe.